Alright guys, I'm going to try this video again. I've done a couple. My phone's giving me some trouble today. Of course I'm sweating and it's gradually dripping all over it. But anyways, this is this 76 truck I bought this morning. Well, my dad bought it. I had looked at this truck and was going to buy it, but again, he's got the one he's fixing, so I sent it to him. And the idea was to use it as a parts truck, but after I looked at it this morning, he may use the motor and stuff for his 78. But if he does, I'll put another motor in it. But anyway, I found this in the glove box. It's like Lloyd K. Watson. The truck had 2 miles on it, and that was in 122975 Rocky Springs Road, Madisonville. Now, we bought this truck. It was just right down the road from Rocky Springs, so he evidently bought that from his neighbor. But old truck, it's set for a long time. It was last tagged in '99, but he didn't drive it, you know, for a while prior to that, just because he had some kind of war injury. Something with his legs, and he couldn't get in and out of this truck very well, so he would just go outside periodically and start it and just let it run. But it's been setting at least since '99. Like I said, that's the last time it was tagged, so who knows. But anyway, you can tell it's, you know, that's 21 years going on 22 years of just setting in one spot. Of course, the old gauges are dingy, you can't even see them. I'll take those apart, clean that up. But the old truck is fairly solid. It's not bad for one that's set that long. There's all the old wheels. Of course, I had to put some wheels on it. I had primered his best rallies on it that I had left from one of his trucks, which was Sky. But I went ahead and put these on it just to get his wheels back off in case he ends up needing them. But they had rebuilt this motor not long before. Hang on a second. Not long before it had been parked. You can tell it's really clean. It's not dingy and dirty, other than, you know, the rat turds and walnuts and stuff that's in here, acorns. But it was supposedly a really good running old truck, and of course, like I said, it just got parked. But the oil pan, all that stuff's just as clean as that valve cover. So the motor's not supposed to have a lot of miles on it, and it turns over free. Now, I'm hoping tomorrow, if I get some free time, it may be one day this week, and I've oiled those hinges. This hood's not broke. I don't know how, but it's not broke, so I've got the hinges oiled. But anyway, I'm hoping tomorrow to do a cold start video on this truck. Shouldn't take a lot. I'm going to put a hose to the fuel pump for my jug, and of course I've got to find a key. There's no keys in this truck. But anyway, it is what it is. Took me a while to load it. It's super hot. I'm burning up. It's pouring sweat. Like I said, I think that's what's going on with my phone. It's kind of gotten wet. But anyways, here it is. And again, I don't know if we're going to pull the motor out of it or not, but if we do, I'll put one back in. It's not a big deal. I've got several old motors. I've got a 307 in this Nova back here that I'll never do nothing with, and it's perfect for something like this. It's just a good little A to B motor. Not a hot rod motor by no means, but you know, if you want to jump in it and go to town, they're pretty good little motors. So that's probably what will end up in this one if this 350 gets pulled out of it. But again, just kind of waiting to see what he decides to do as far as pulling the 350 that's in it to go in his black truck. I don't know if he wants to go big block, small block, or what, but I'm going to look around, see if I can find a key for it. And that's pretty much where we're at right now. I've called the courthouse and talked to him about getting the title to it. Of course, like I said, it was in his dad's name, so he was the executor of the estate. So hopefully it won't be no trouble. Now this truck came factory with the sport bumper, which is a little odd. And I tell you, I ain't never seen a receiver hitch like that. Looks a little dangerous, but hey, whatever. But really not a bad old truck. And I love this color, this gold and white. I thought it was yellow, but it's not. It's some kind of goldish color. But this thing would look absolutely killer lowered down right on top of those hubcaps. I don't think I'd even put wheels on it. I'd just lower it and leave the old stock hubcaps and stuff on it, I think. What do you guys think? Is it worth it?